On YouTube. Hi. Boy. Hi, YouTube. No one's there. Earlier today, I was discussing vaccines and vaccine mandates and Klaus Schwab's influence on the process, and Facebook struck me down as a porn artist and said I was distributing nudie naughty pictures. Isn't that amazing? Behavior is childlike, and they tell me to grow the fuck up. Good evening, everybody. So, welcome to Frontier Psychiatry and Therapy. Nature doesn't operate in a straight line, everybody. Amazing, they didn't tell you that in grammar school. There's no such thing as a straight line. I'm causing that argument right now, right here. No such thing as a straight line. Doesn't exist. A response is required. Otherwise, you're dog food. Bab, 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 Bab. You can't go to bed yet, babe. Come on. Have a drink with me. One, two, three, four, five, six, You gotta have a drink with me. Come on, yeah. It's my birthday. Come on. Joe, come on. Yeah. Oh, you got a customer. Come on. How we doing? Holy fuck. Right? I got everything in this.
So what game's gonna pick on, man?
Yeah, I don't even remember exactly what it is. Don't mind me. I trade all day long.
Oh, right.
I trade with 10 different counties essentially. Gamers and all over. You know, knock it all over the Portland.
One of those things.
That's the original Xbox.
Those days?
This?
Yeah.
Yes. Shooting games for the week. Right? I literally. Yeah. I also. Yeah. I deal in all the vintage for our generation. So here's the breakdown for you politically, right? Like all the newer games are all digital. As an investor and somebody who spends money just like you, your biggest concern is what the hell do I have to show for my money, right? That's a part of it. But when you're going to buying digital games, everything is on the console.
Yeah.
And if you ever sell the console, it doesn't matter if you got 5 games, 5,000 games, you're getting the same price tag for the console. The pawn shop's gonna wipe the memory.
Right. You don't have to have the fucking shit in the mail. You just download that.
Right, but this is scaring the shit out of gamers. It's because there's no physical copies, there's no trading.
Well, like if you get the console, then you have access to the games, right?
What if you
Like if you're gonna buy someone's shit in the
what if you lose internet? Right, then your digital system won't mean anything. Wii U has a gamepad. I want this on there. This is the gamepad. You can essentially play the games on this, like a Game Boy, or you can play them on the TV itself, or it's just both.
Right.
So you can play the games on here. You don't have to have a camera. You can play them on here, or this is the hard drive. Essentially, the games you load over here, and the memories in here, just wireless. But this is go here to your TV. You want to plug that into your TV, or you want to play it wirelessly.
So are there games on this?
No. There's some some of them have some games on them.
This
A
kitty
few of
wants
them
to love.
have some games, but
What's
mostly.
the kitty's name?
There's one Shadow.
No.
Yeah, the skinny one. And then
Hi.
the
Oh.
fat one. I think he's worse than.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Are you a boy or a girl?
I have, as far as fees are concerned, starting prices vary. I have two starting prices. Starting price without a box of them. With a box is it's literally 75, 80 bucks just for the cardboard box. They're about finding one. If I can sell the box all day long, I can make it. Plus shipping.
Badminton.
So that's just my
I'll
easy
pay
way to do
whatever.
it. Yeah. So, yeah, so essentially it's on you guys, like, you said you wanted one controller or two? Okay, okay. Uh, Now, the white ones are the standards. These are one to start for $100, and this is the second gen. This ain't the first gen. The second gen now these. This is for GameCube controllers. So you can plug GameCube controllers into this, and you can play GameCube games in this system. Right? So if you buy this system and later on you decide you want a Wii U, here's the cool package that you have, okay? With the Wii U, you can play Wii U and Wii games. Because the Wii U is backwards compatible to the Wii. And then with this Wii, you can backwards compatible and play GameCube. So with two systems, you can play 3 generations of Nintendo. Right, right. So they don't tell you that. No one knew that until I started telling them. You just gotta buy a GameCube controller. You play GameCube games on this thing. Right, no one knew. No one knew.
No,
Bad advertising.
so I can play.
Okay.
So I need 2 controllers.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yep. Yeah, I even got one set. This one's got open mic.
Oh, sweet.
The Wii's are so goddamn karaoke. It's karaoke stuff, right? Right?
Dude, the Super Nintendo.
Right.
Definitely on Mario.
That's like,
Oh, shit, I didn't even see these ones.
right?
Is there some goddamn app knife over here?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yes.
You do have .com?
Look,
I do have that.
We've got all kinds of fucking Nintendo.
I have all of it, man. You know how funny it is for me, bro? I mean, honestly. In some senses, it's really goddamn fun. You know,
I haven't bought a gaming system since fucking 20 years ago. Ever since before I stopped.
I'm looking at games.
I actually think we're going to be fit to support athletes.
If you're gonna have a boo, we call it short.
do very well about that. Progress.
Are you into the shooting stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Because I have this. You know, this is one of those things you won't find anywhere. Look at that.
Holy shit.
That's for Cabela's. That's the wheat line. And that's got it's all set up. It's got a controller, a thumbstick. I have it all prepped up for the show. Yeah, that's
What games does this go to?
that goes to all the Cabela's stuff. It's interchangeable to all anything Cabela's. Any of that Cabela's. Yeah, all that stuff in mine. Yeah.
Can we shoot fish? Dangerous ones?
I think I have that one. Actually,
There's pheasants forever. Little country names. I'm in a big of a house. Yeah, but we need the third part, right? So we have to go through it. I would love that. I love that. What are we doing? How many games are we doing?
how many do we get?
Okay.
Okay, what's going on? What are we doing?
125 with one controller.
So what was the two?
I charge 20 bucks for controller.
Okay.
So really just 150 for a system, two controllers. But
Yeah.
I'll throw in the games. Right. If you want that gun
Gun.
thing,
Yeah, I will remember that.
I can cut one of these out and just throw it in the gun controller and up to 20 bucks.
Holy, cut one away.
One of these controllers. The gun
I
has
feel
a
like,
controller.
but for us to play like tennis and shit, don't we both have to have a controller?
Yes, you do. No, the gun has a controller and a remote.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's already set up.
What do you mean?
Where's the shotgun? Where's the controller?
Oh, so that, you
Right.
can take that right out of it?
Right.
Yes, we need to go, it's more fun. So I really don't need the gun.
Right.
It's fun, it's more fun.
It's fine.
We're gonna get like a
And
hunting
it's
game,
one of those
yes.
things like, you won't have it.
I'm
You haven't
not.
seen it again or something. I mean, it might be very nice.
Right.
But then
right.
game wise, what are we doing? Like, how,
150, you get 5 free games. Pick 5. No extra cost. Out of this stuff.
and 150 is with two
Right.
controllers.
Right, those and 5 games in this file. Mario Kart is one of the rare.
Where's that?
It's right here.
Did we get it?
Mario Kart, Mario Kart or the game.
Let's say, that's what she-
And that one's expensive too. That one's that one's
Like the
tennis. I have
skating.
cheaper tennis games too. That one's 30 bucks.
what's
Where's
it-
the
like
other tennis?
What do you think's fun? What's a good, what's some good games?
I've been having fun with race games. This is cars in school. I was playing some shooting games over here. It's more fucking challenging with the zappers than with the thumbstick.
I hate it, dude. I fucking go in and like an Xbox and I'm fucking 6-year-old.
Oh yeah, that's why it happens.
Do you ever do the fishing games?
That has all of them on it. I mean, it
It's like tennis.
has tennis. Yeah, that's really popular. This one's really popular too. We play motion, which is essentially it's the same stuff. These were really popular when they sold the system to package stuff with the system.
That has so many names on it. That has like over.
Yeah, yeah. It has a lot of games on it.
It's like the Tony Hawk one.
The Tony Hawk one,
You
has
have,
a
I
board.
would say you're gonna have. the-
Yeah, I have the board for it.
I have the board. It's just still. Oh, not the skateboard.
What's like the draw ones? It just like.
There's a pad. I don't have it right now. I wind up with some games. I don't go out of my way for some of this stuff. I wind up with it 2 trays. But there's like a touch pad that attaches to the Wii U.
Where did you say that in Tennessee? That's me.
I was gonna say, dude.
Oh,
I kinda wanna get a skin
Oh, I sold that other team screen. I sold it yesterday. I sold like 40 games yesterday. Yeah, no. The other thing about this is that 80% of all my sales is by myself. That's that fun for me. But,
How much do you sell your Nintendos in this for? You have Super Nintendos?
I have one Super Nintendo,
How much you charge you up?
and that's been $650 for that one. It comes with 28 games.
Karen, take the cat.
No,
Take the cat, hold on a minute.
he does love attention though.
Oh,
But no, a lot of those games are super rare, like the Mario games with the mouses. Those mouses are for Super Nintendo.
Hell, he's gonna sell you.
So I put together
You
literally,
never did that Super All Stars? That's a I didn't know if I ever played that one.
right? I grow piles like that and then I sell them off as a bundle.
what did you want to get for Naya?
Just like a singing one, like an American Idol one or something like that, so we can get the karaoke and shit. I think it was a
American Idol.
yeah, something like that.
How old is she?
She loves to sing.
No, I grow.
No, so, yeah, I like that.
I didn't go down.
What is it? The black people.
She like Twilight.
No.
They say it's all about.
Oh, this one's $40.
Oh, shit.
This one's $30.
Okay, wait, so extra, you mean?
These aren't my.
They're not part of the.
Yeah, no, these are. I can't sell this one unless
Let
it's
me
40.
see.
It's super rare. Those 2 games are the highest remaining games.
Sure.
Next to Kirby and Zelda. But I have it for Wii U. Second generation Wii U. The Wii U is
Loves
this
all
one.
that.
I have it on that one.
How much
Looking.
is that one? 3?
This is funny.
What does that one come with?
That one comes with a lot of.
Is it 2 controllers?
It comes with all those games over there are Wii U related games.
Wait, so
So what's that? Is this the second? What is that?
All these games will play on the Wii U.
but this is the
So
Wii U.
this ain't Wii U.
No, that's Wii.
So is this the Wii U Resort still, or what is this?
Right. That's just a. That's not a club. That's not a collector's club. That's just a user's club.
Okay, so
So how
what?
much is this?
It's $20. That one's $30 because of the edition. But it's still a game.
This is that.
It's just not in the collector's club. It's not a collector's club. Some games are freaking expensive.
I get it.
Swords and everything.
So these three are part of that deal. So these three are part of that 150 deal. Pick two more out of there with the top 400. So you still got two more to get.
So I can do this one.
You can down to 20. Well,
Right.
that was $20 game. You put $20 on top of it.
What did you have?
Down like Avatar out there, man. It's not bloody.
Star Wars game was one of the scariest things.
Do the Star
Look
Wars.
at this. This is racket sports.
Oh, there you go. I'll do that one and I'll throw in a couple of rackets.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. And then what else do you do that?
Fucking kids with a racket.
You got the TV on the fucking console yet?
Oh, did I not teach you about today?
Yeah.
Fucking right, dude.
Hey,
You're fucking
that's-
getting smoked.
Smoked you.
You're getting smoked.
That's fine.
That's why you come here.
She's gonna break
I have
this
all the
shit tonight. She's going to fucking break this tonight. I guarantee. She fucking is so pissed.
She get mad.
So funny.
Really?
I don't get mad.
Oh, you know.
Because I win.
3 times today.
I wasn't mad.
Oh,
Shut up. Fucking right, dude.
Right?
That thing's fucking.
I picked that off the side of the road, man.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, I can imagine gun as a kid.
I don't know. Mostly I keep it at the road.
That thing's badass.
Right?
Oh, they really fucked up the Ninja Turtles, man.
I know. We want just name this.
It's so stupid. It's
What's
lame.
the kiddo's name?
That's Shadow. Shadow likes being right in the center of things.
Oh,
That is my favorite gaming system ever.
Super
Right?
Nintendo.
Super
Fuck
Nintendo is
yeah,
my
dude.
favorite fucking
That's my
gaming
shit.
system.
I want to. There was that little
That's
that
a
island
slow-
game where the guy
That's a
said.
decent starting collection for someone right there. It's 28 titles, system, the box.
You know,
That
where
virtual
the guy's
box
on the
is
island
$80.
and he's fucking.
Just suck at explaining.
You know what? I did, but it's an island and there's a little line with
You know what game I fucking really liked was Blitz. But I'm saying
Frogger.
Yeah.
Lion
Oh, I
King.
have saved it.
I like Blitz.
I have PS1s in that box here, and I have savers.
Do you have N64s?
I do. I have 3 of them on hand right
Three
now.
have islands.
I have that. I have 3
What's
different.
that one? I think?
This is a Nintendo Switch Power
That's what
Edition.
that's what we played.
It's right here.
That's a handheld.
How much is that one?
Oh, this bundle right here, and that's a 6 foot.
God
For
damn.
all that shit.
Yeah, but it's a heavy thing
Oh, really?
So what, the gaming system, these games, what's that over there?
here. No, bundle. Different bundle.
This one. This is-
Right, and out of that 650, bro, 500 of it,
This
I have 5 more
so
game stuff in my store. You see what I mean?
I can't believe you have that shit in fucking box right there. It's wild. That's fucking insane, dude.
That's why you come here.
What's that about?
Fuck, the regular Nintendo, fucking,
How much is that?
Those boxes are worth $100 by themselves.
just the
What,
ball.
what
just the
are you
box.
selling it for? Like, this is-
Well, it depends on what you saw. The system itself is $150.
You know what sucks? You can't play fucking Duck Hunt. Because it's-
$250 for what?
With the system, with the
Yeah.
duck hunt set up,
Oh,
the way you
shit.
get it, you get the box, the system, and the 2 controllers designed to get it.
Yeah.
Duck hunt game.
Yeah.
You can't even play Duck Hunt because everything's fucking digital. You need an old fucking
You need an old
TV.
TV, but there's also a converter box you get.
Oh, there is?
There's a converter. Right?
My nickname is.
I like making these bundle packages. 'Cause if you had to go and buy this stuff retail, you're paying $1,000. You know? And the way I get things, I'm able to run it at about 70%, so I'm at 650 for it, but I also consider trades. So it's not just cash here, it's maybe they're gonna trade me a car, a motorcycle, I have no fucking idea,
What do we have for you?
you know? That, you know, but that's real, that's really real.
So this is we'll figure. You might have fucking Mario Kart.
But if you have old systems you're not using, 64s, PS1, PS2, I'm just throwing it at you. You know,
We have an old, you have
I trade stuff too. You know, I do it for 2 reasons, to generate new clientele
Yeah.
We never been here. Yeah, no, they hey, man, we played a game for the store. Yeah, come on over. And then they come in the store and look what they see. What is this place?
It's not like a fixed.
I thought it was just something, somebody was getting rid of an old system.
No, this is a man that worked for 20 years in sales. I just don't advertise well. I let you do it.
Right, do it yourself. It was fucking weird.
Are you selling this much?
It's empty. It's okay. I'm a big humor too. I've consumed 2 pounds in the last couple of years.
You had the fucking chocolates?
Yeah, we did like
They're
the.
not that great.
I fucking got fucked up.
We got pretty fucked up one night.
I-
I did like a player.
I've been smoking cannabis my entire life.
Yeah,
My mother did when she was pregnant with me.
yeah.
So I have the tolerance of the horse. I can smoke it. I can smoke an ounce
I smoked one
in the
hit.
joint. I just spend an hour rolling it and I'll stretch
She
it.
turns into a bear.
Done. I hate it. Hate it.
Very
It's
So
delicious.
what are we doing here for?
Okay, what are we doing here? Okay,
Yeah,
let's not even go into this yet without
just
the.
150. You put the others with that. So I'm good at 150. I'll go out and walk. I like seeing people have fun, man. You know? And if it wasn't for me, I think about it like this. The stuff you're buying tonight would have wound up in the trash. Or it would have wound up,
We
We're
had,
gonna use the
we had
process.
so much fun
Right.
the last time we played this.
you know? But no, essentially, I buy the pieces and put back together to vintage. You
Yeah.
know, the things that nobody wants. None of this stuff is acceptable to Bull Moose's standards.
Why?
Too old.
Really?
Right.
What do you mean, they won't take it?
That's why I started doing this. I started seeing an angle.
So do you like make decent money from doing this?
I did $6,000 in sales last month. You know,
Work from home and do this?
no
It's not
commute.
bad.
No commute.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, a lot of times,
The fuck do you do all this stuff in DVDs though?
same. Yeah, I know. That 10 for 20. See everything. I sell everything.
150.
I started doing this at the beginning of COVID, and it started as a yard sale outside every weekend, all summer. And I would just put stuff out, and I'm running everything for $1. Everything I have in the yard sale is for $1. Or buy, sell, buy. I just would trade with people, just to get interactive with the community. And this went on for a year, and I was watching it, and I'm like, man, every time I do this, I never plan it, and I'm generating about $100 to $200 every time. No notice, no advertisements. I just woke up and decided to go outside. I'm gonna do yard sale. I'm like, wow, right? I didn't ask permission. I didn't go get a goddamn permit or nothing. I just fuck them, right? So I did a whole year this way, and then I'm like, wow, how do I do this inside?
So you don't have to keep moving shit back and forth.
Right. So that was me going, now how do I get the outside, inside, inside, outside, and have people like you guys show up and
Markets.
like, I don't know what I'm expecting when you walk in. I know it's 20 years of sales, but you're here because of my 20 years of
You
sales.
run the Midwest, you got a limit maximum.
I spent 8 years there, but I'm from here.
Yeah.
I left home at 15, and I got fishtailed in North Dakota. I went up to North Dakota for a while. That didn't work. Yeah, she was using her roommate's picture. Hi, this is me. I'm my roommate.
Catfish?
Catfish.
Oh, shit.
So obviously when I went out there, I liked her roommate better than her, and no one could figure out why. I mean, we shouldn't have used her roommate's picture.
Did the roommate know?
No, not until after I got there. So it was a whole mess. I was like 19, 20 at the time. So I wound up in a homeless shelter in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the only white man in a black shelter. Right. And but watch this. Those guys out there thought I was the shit. They thought I was crazy. They're like, this fucking guy. Don't mess with him. And then I realized that out there, out west, people from here have a fucking reputation. When you go out west and you say you're from Maine,
Yeah.
looking for a job,
Yeah.
hire. Work, fucking
Winter,
hire.
it's crazy.
They'll hire you like that. And I worked in Wyoming because I worked in 6 different jobs out there. I got fired 4 times in 1 week. for 4 different jobs. And I still had a job at the end of the week.
Why did you get fired?
Well, I was speeding in a company truck, and I was drunk, and I'm really 20-year-old. I'm 42 now, you know. But my whole point is, at the end of the week, this is how it walked out. I got a job. I lasted until I passed the owner of the company in his own truck. You know, so I got a speeding ticket and lost my job. All right.
How much is that?
I'm not sure yet. Probably like 20, $25.
I have to have $20.
I'll do it $20.
I have to.
That's super real.
So I only have, you got change?
Yep. I mean, yeah. That is a super rare, right? That's why I snatched it.
That's why I love mushrooms.
Stop looking at you.
So like with this gaming system, can you do guitar your own stuff?
On the Wii? Yes. Yes, I have guitars for the Wii.
How much are those?
Just
I'm just asking.
For you guys, I would sell the guitar $50 typically.
So each guitar.
I have a couple on hand. I'd say $50.
And then the
You guys want a
game, though.
system for me, that's the part.
The game
And
is.
if you're interested,
we can get that song.
I know
Right.
someone, but half, and then we have to have the game.
yeah, the games run like 10 to 20 bucks. Metallica is the most expensive.
So we're gonna spend money
I want the.
Some of the stuff.
Okay.
It's cute. Whoa.
Shit.
Where'd you get this?
Huh?
Where'd you get this?
Well, like I said, I bought that from a guy in Millinocket. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just bought that like 2 hours ago. Super cool.
Yeah, that's
That's cool too, bro. And
What do you use that with?
let me tell you, the one that's getting that one, I'm such a good salesman. Here's why you should buy mine. Here's why.
I don't wanna hear
There's 5 games on it already.
What is
The
this?
download,
What's that?
that's a VR, it's a VR headset.
So what, you put this on? You
Yeah,
put
well,
this?
the game.
It's pretty wild.
Is it, it's fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it,
fun.
it's pretty
Oh,
realistic?
You'll fucking smash.
Oh,
What do you mean
shit.
it's realistic? You'll smash it.
I got Star Wars 1, 2, 3, like it's got 5 games on it.
What's
I'm
that?
asking 150 for
She's saying that.
it. No,
So
no.
what, is
But
that
I'm
just
saying
something
that's
by
why you should
itself,
buy that
though?
one,
Or
because
is
it's got 5 games on it already. You have to pay for those different downloads, and they're $40 a whack. I sold this thing twice, okay? I bought it twice. And we're getting ready to sell it a 3rd time. Because
What do you mean this?
the second guy put 5 games on it. And then he decided to trade it back to me for the same price he paid for it. So now I'm like, this is why you should buy it. It's got 5 fucking games
Why
on
did
it.
you trade
That's
it back to
$20
you?
a
You didn't
day.
like it though? It wasn't even.
Well,
Some people don't use this shit.
we want the PS4.
Right, there you go.
What's the newest gaming system?
PS5.
Yeah.
PS5, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's way too, everything's so sensitive now. It's fucking, it's just too crazy.
How much do those go for? 6, 7 years
When Devontae had green on it
Yeah,
first came
there
out,
were 1,000 when it first came out.
Is there anything
Expect
you
them,
don't think?
I can land one and make a deal on one and make it happen physically for around 455.
Even Atari? No shit.
Right.
Is there an actual Atari in
Yeah.
there? No
Yeah.
fucking way.
So do you.
No
God damn.
way!
Still in the
That thing's worth some coin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how much
it's
is
like
that
three.
worth?
stuff free.
It's not-
300?
That's it.
Oh, I would've
Jesus
thought
Christ.
it was this one. Yeah, no, it's not bad.
Don't fuck it
I'm
up.
just looking.
And I got Mr. and Mrs. Packing for it.
Holy
shit.
shit.
I got the right
Dude, I had that fucking shit when I was a
Is
kid.
this
That's
another
crazy.
one? You have two of them?
No, that's the one that's busted up box.
Mhm.
That one I have a system in.
Mhm.
That box I just randomly got yesterday, and I'm gonna find a system and put in it.
Dude, that's crazy.
So that's how I generate. I essentially put the pieces back together.
Mhm.
The boxes.
So this is all our shit right here.
Yes. Yep. Let me get you a bag. Yes, sir.
That's awesome. We just
Even
got
give
one.
you a not plastic bag, right? 'Cause I'm not Walmart or Walgreens. I don't want your bag breaking before you get home.
Okay, but you get a fucking paper bag to change and make it to the car.
No, and the cool thing is, like I said, I buy from other gamers. So it keeps the money in the community. I have a lot of people coming here, and I tell them all, I said, 65 to 80% of the money literally goes back into the store.
Right.
It makes me very
Are
competitive.
they making you get a permit for this or not? Fuck them.
Do you have, what's your, do you?
I had my landlord say, how come you didn't pay taxes? And I said to my landlord, I said, Mr. Landlord, everything I buy is secondhand. Everything I sell is secondhand. There's nowhere that says I gotta pay taxes on
Why
secondhand
the fuck
goods.
would you have to?
Right. I'm buying secondhand goods and selling secondhand goods third hand. People are buying my eye. They're buying my,
Right here.
I know what I'm buying.
Right.
Do you have a business name, or what you would call it?
I call it JIPTA, but it stands for something. Golden Peanut Trading Association or Golden Peanut Teaching Association, just both.
Dude, sweet, thank
You
you.
just bought my fucking mom a car.
Yeah, we did.
Always talk to me about large purchases beforehand. 20 years in sales, I'm not kidding. You'll be surprised what you learn. Yeah, I do a YouTube channel and I'm on Facebook as
Thank
well.
you, dude.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
Thank
We're
you
gonna
so
go home and
much.
she's gonna get this
You
converted.
come back and buy a new controller tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Thank you so much.
Probably get a TV here.
Right? Oh yeah, stereo equipment too on the hallway. Yeah, you know anybody in power tools? I've got power tools business on the drawing. That PS3 drawing is better than if you know regular drawing is a studio drawing. That's what I find from that box about the power tools.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, man.
Enjoy your night, you guys. Have fun. Remember what it's like to be 5. Hey, they spent 200. See? You really love me. You love me one time. A week. Oh, they bought tennis. They bought tennis rackets. They made it for tennis. Now get your skinny little butt. Ah. Drink with me. Now drink with me. I mean, you were screaming, bro. Pack of beers.
Yeah.
I bought us a couple of beers.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. I made $500 fucking today. Huh? Hey, Dustin. How you doing, man? That's the shit. Look at the reactions to the pictures you're seeing, Right? Where's all the smart people at? Right? I appreciate you hanging out in here tonight. It's being my birthday and all. My 43rd birthday today. So I'm celebrating it by myself. Black bass and blue marlin. You coming? Babe. You coming or what? Strawberry or peach? Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Fucking wild. My brother died serving you. I'm not going to. You're not worth defending. There is no trust. No trust. Trust is earned, it's not free. That's what we learned. Trust is the most expensive thing. Once it's broken, it's broken. Can't fix it. Thank you for gracing me with your presence. Appreciate it. Caught a 30-day ban earlier today for discussing vaccination and the active ingredients in the vaccines and Klaus Schwab's role and political influence over the entire thing. I find it fucking ironic that they can label my goddamn speech as porn so they can justify bonding my ass for 30 days while I'm in the middle of a custody battle on my fucking birthday. How you doing? Does anybody actually give a fuck about anyone? Or do they just pretend to? Am I supposed to give a fuck about anyone besides myself? Is it a requirement? Am I supposed to trust you? Do I have to? Can you make me do it? I don't believe government God, which is a false God. I believe, for the most part, people's God is television. And I think that's a little closer to the truth. The television is your God. So I don't know why you're praying to God when we're talking through your God right now. TV's your God. I'm on your TV talking to you. I must be your God. I must be voice of God technology. Pretty wild, right? Tell me, how does that make you feel? I have what I have because I earned it. No one gave me a goddamn thing. I have what I have because I worked for it. And I don't owe anybody a fucking thing. I don't owe you an explanation. I gave one for free. The lack of response is amazing. Competition is a sin, and your sin is your signature. You sin when you signed on the dotted line for your degree. Nothing is what it cracks up to be. Nothing is what you were told. And the funniest thing is, they don't believe a word I tell them. They never have. It's the darndest thing. What? Babe,
What?
babe,
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
$280? Want to get it?
Yeah.
That's too cool, isn't it? That's too damn cool. That's too goddamn cool. Huh? Goddamn amazing. Do. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. I don't celebrate birthdays. I don't even go out. What the fuck? Smart people, where are you? Come out and play. doing? Celebrating my birthday. See how much people love me? It's great. Gets me places, you know? You've actually made truth a felony, which is amazing. You give immoral behavior a trophy. You condemn heterosexuality and you applaud homosexuals. And my son suffers because of your silence. My daughters go hungry. They'll prostitute themselves for prosperity because of community support. You don't see anyone sticking around, do you? They're usually gone inside of a minute or two. That's so fucking funny. That looks like the goddamn Twitter bird right now. I just realized it. Hey.
Huh?
Looks like the outline for the Twitter bird. Twitter. Thinking about Twitter. You see the Twitter bird? Twitter.
Yeah.
Tweet. Twitter. See a bird?
Oh.
Focus on the centerpiece.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah. They're throwing it right in your goddamn. They're throwing this right in your goddamn face with the Twitter bird. Isn't that fucking funny?
No, it looks like a show.
Conch shell. Alright. Watch this. Look. Switch over to this video. It's all the same geometry. And the people just stump me and call me a liar. Steal my children. Steal my labor. Tell me they love me. They don't love anyone but themselves. Pretty sad, really. I remember teaching this guy, and then I cut him off. His family insulted me. Never said anything good about me. Nothing that's going to feed my children. I can't think of one person that I showed this stuff to that respected me in any way, shape, or form after they got shown. It's really amazing. But they never respected me beforehand either. So what the fuck? Isn't that amazing? It's only one math. Huh. Who cares? Right? These people think they're good. They think they're good. How? My brother died serving this country. My father's dying. My younger brother just went away to prison for burglary, drug addiction, and heroin. I can't think of one good reason why you should trust anyone other than yourself. No one gives me one. Instead, rather, they give me reasons why I shouldn't trust anyone at all. And they always disappoint you. And they keep telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about at all. But they love me so much. Something ain't right. Boy's got a screw loose. The only reason why I do this is for my children. My children. Not yours. Mine. And look how you treat my children. You starved them. You stole them from me. You thought the states' rights were superior to father's rights. States' rights are triumphant in regards to parents' rights. States' rights are preceding parents' rights. The parents' rights don't actually fucking matter. Parents don't have rights. Parents are property. So they don't have any rights. Isn't that cool? Is that what you were taught in school? Taught you had rights? Your voice, your vote mattered? Made a fucking difference? No, it doesn't. How? You erase dissent. You silence it. You mute it. You sedate it. You medicate it. You ignore it. Or you just fucking thumb it. Fuck's that do? Nothing. You were good for nothing. At all. You're never good for anything. You're good for nothing. You can't trust people today. There's no money in it. You can't establish a traditional business today. We're in a recession. Human labor is devalued. It's obsolete. You value AI and you value technology more than human labor. Human labor is actually obsolete. And that's the only thing that's backing the dollar, which is amazing. You don't value labor anymore. I mean, what do my children get at the end of the day? A fuck you, a middle finger, a stupid fucking thumb. My youngest is out in the resource center right now because they think for some reason you're not mentally impaired. Remember, initially they said I was involved in human trafficking and prostitution. And those charges couldn't stick, so they established new charges that they never even had on paper. Lack of prenatal care, lack of health insurance that was state funded, lack of state controlled health care. Do parents have any say in regards to the health care of their children or not? I can't get an answer out of fucking anyone. And there's no accountability with anyone. No one's responsible for anything they say. No liability. Zero. And I'm not fucking responsible for your damn silence. You are. It was your choice to keep your fucking mouth shut. And that's a pattern behavior that I'm onto. Uh-huh. Your choice to keep your goddamn mouth shut. I just fucking made it for you. Uh-huh. That's my God-given ability. Isn't that cool? I have the ability to make you shut your fucking mouth. Why lie about it? Telling the truth is hysterically funny. No one believes it. You don't pay for it, and you don't give it a fucking trophy either. You give it a finger or a thumb. How's that do for my children? Oh, I know. Nothing. We love you, Matthew. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Stop lying to yourselves. It's amazing. You ever notice how people come in here and they announce their presence when they come in the door, but they don't say goodbye when they leave? They don't want to get noticed. Weird. Might ask them a question. See if they're paying attention. And they never have an answer for anything. All they ever have is a fucking finger. A goddamn middle finger. It's all they ever fucking have. A stupid fucking middle finger. Or a thumb. It's amazing. Happy birthday. You see why I don't talk to people? They ain't got fuck all to say. Fuck you gonna say it's gonna feed my children? Nothing. Ain't that real? I like real. Don't you? Fuck you gonna do? Nothing. Not real? They ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna say nothing either. Isn't that fucking real? We like real, don't we? You ever seen a real motherfucker before? I don't think you have. And that's a motherfucker. You haven't seen a motherfucker yet. I don't trust silent people. They're silent. They don't make a difference. They didn't change anything. They're not going to either. Isn't that real? I asked you a goddamn question. I hate it when people ignore me. It's very disrespectful. I asked you a fucking question. Didn't get an answer. Never get an answer. It's amazing. They wonder why I am the way I am. They can't figure it out. Think it's an accident that I can put the things together the way I put them together? Look what happens when I'm in control of the microphone. Look what happens when I'm in control of the podium. Look what happens when it's fucking my floor instead of somebody else's fucking floor. Look what happens when you have to respond to my vocation instead of some other fucking vocation. Vocation means fucking words. Pretty wild, right? I'm a dumb, uneducated fucktard. They don't have a response for it. That's fucking funny. Don't you think that's fucking funny? I don't owe any motherfucker a goddamn explanation. My daddy's dead. I ain't got anybody to worry about. I ain't got anybody to impress. So I impress upon you that. Look at their fucking reactions. Goddamn cowards. That's all you're dealing with. Conformists, cowards, communists, consumers, voters who don't realize they vote every day with their daughter. You vote every day, not once a year. Am I supposed to be impressed with their assignments? Is their silence supposed to tell me that they're my intellectual superiors? Doesn't really sound right, does it? Should we be calling Guinness Book of World Records? Because this is the longest stream I've done without an actual response in regards to anything on the screen. It's not my fault that you were not taught any of it. And silence changes, resolves, does nothing. Doesn't do anything. I can't impress upon you that enough. It's actually what I count on. Your willingness to do absolutely nothing. That's why no one says a word to me. Because I already know you ain't going to. I bet on it before I went live. Bet myself $1. $1. You motherfuckers wouldn't open your goddamn mouth. You haven't done anything to change my mind. Children's minds. Next generation's minds. You haven't done anything to change their minds. Didn't do anything to change my mind. Hell, you've avoided my mind for a very long time. It's really starting to piss me off. Where's all these smart people? I don't hear any. I don't see any. I don't recognize you. Your education has no merit, has no bearing in reality. I have to go under all. Oh, I don't know. I lost track how many names I operate under. Jerome, Stubbs, Burrow. Doesn't really matter. Not your name, what you do. Not what you say, what you do. I said something, did something, and they had no response for it. That's hysterically funny. That's the truth. Lack of response is one. Why am I supposed to worry about silence and silent people? The silence doesn't prevent or stop me from doing a damn thing. Doesn't stop me from thinking, does it? Sure didn't. Sure didn't. Whoa. No, sure didn't. Your silence didn't prevent me from figuring out anything. Sure didn't. Your silence didn't stop me from asking any questions. Sure didn't. Your silence prevents nothing at all. That's the amazing part. Nothing. Wow. Whoa. We're at 2.5 hours in, and society is stagnant, has no response for anything seen or heard. I'm supposed to be impressed with you? You love me so much. I tell you the truth and you don't want to believe me. Then I tell you it doesn't really fucking matter either what you think. Democrats think Matt is sexist and racist. And Republicans don't get paid to think. They get paid to suck dick. They only have ears for Trump right now. Right? That's all it is. They only have ears for Trump. Trumpeteers. Ear muppeteers. I can't hear you right now. I can only hear Donald Trump. And the Democrats, they're no better. How are they any fucking better? Ball and gaggers, cocksuckers to the left. You got a ball and a gag in your mouth. Did you see that picture I presented to the public in regards to Joe Biden with a belt strap on his fucking cheek where it looked like somebody had a belt across his mouth and a ball and gag in his mouth and strapped it on really good and left a real good impression on his cheek? I still got the picture. You want to debate about it. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me and fuck everybody else. Happy birthday to me. Huh? Pretty good shit, isn't it? Wonder how you're gonna react to it. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. You know what else doesn't matter to me is fitting in. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm a circle and I don't want to fit in a fucking square. What the fuck? Why the hell would I want to fit in a square? There's so much space in the corners. It's a waste of space. It's useless space. Why would you put a circle in a fucking square? It just doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's not common sense. Doesn't make sense. Don't make dollars. Don't make sense. Not making sense now? Probably not. What we have here is a failure in communication. What else could it be? Failure in the social contract, failure in the education system, failure in leadership, failure in parents at home. I don't know. No one says nothing. They're just doing their jobs. It's no one's fault. Oh. This will be taken down as some sort of porn or nudity. Like the streamer earlier on Facebook. I get all kinds of credit. I get no credit at all. Zero. It's wild. What I'm trying to demonstrate is that there's a lack of trust in society. There's no conversation. It's not possible. The two-party system profits off hurting everybody equally the same. Silence doesn't feed my children. It doesn't get them off the poverty line. It's not going to cause them to fucking prosper. Understanding this would cause most people to psychologically break, of course, the society standards. But thankfully, for society standards, I don't have any standards. You don't either. You pretend to. I have what I have because I work for it. I didn't beg for it. I went out and achieved it without anyone's assistance. Try that one on for size. Without labor, there's no fucking fruit. And that's one of those things that politicians don't respect is labor because they don't want to fucking labor. That's also a problem with the goddamn royals. They don't want to lift a fucking finger. They don't want to labor. God forbid if they get a fucking finger cut. And me? I don't want to labor for anyone but myself anymore. Why would I want to work for the community or a country? It doesn't do anything for my children. Gets them taken from me. Gets them stolen from me. And if I was a rich man's son, this shit never would have happened. But I was a poor man's son, so it did happen, and it exposed the social class economic war. You see, the wealthy don't believe that the poor have the right to have access to children or raise their own family. It's a privilege and not a fucking right. Kind of like truth. It's a privilege and it's not a fucking right. They didn't teach you anything truthful in school. And me doing this, well, it's my choice. And you listening, it's a privilege and not a right. You don't have a right to hear anything I say. You think you do. You really don't. It's never parties or universities that change anything. It's usually one motherfucker. Then the crowd follows. Did I stutter? Do I sound mentally fucking impaired to you? Lack of response is a goddamn response, and I'm going to use it against you. The way you've been using it against me for 40 years. If you don't have anything to say, then you're my fucking floor mat. Now I'm going to walk all over you. You stole my son's right to know. I thought appropriate to steal your voice in return for the favor and the disrespect you've done my home. I'm not looking for a debate, in all honesty. I'm looking for your silent fucking consent. That's honesty. I'll take it from you by force. Live. Let's see them open their fucking mouths. Because I bet $1 nobody would disagree with a word I said 2.5 hours ago. And for the record, this ain't fun for me at all. Not at all. Not one goddamn bit. I mostly hate you silent motherfuckers for allowing my children to be stolen from me. You don't say nothing. You don't do nothing. You talk about how you're fucking good people. You're good for nothing. What are you good for? Gawking? Jeez. Come on. You ain't got nothing intelligent to say? Nothing? Surely one of you's got something smart to say. No? There's no smart people in here? No smart people with smartphones? No smart people with smartphones with smart comebacks and smart rhetoric? No reverb? Where's all the smart people? Where'd they go? I've been looking for smart people for a long time. I can't find any. It's fucking amazing. Smart people, won't you come and pray? Smart people, what have you to say? Where's all those smart people? Right? Where's all those goddamn smart people at? Where the fuck are you? Where in the fuck are you? Whoa. Ain't it amazing they thought I was a fucking dum dum? They thought I was a dum dum, a sucker, a lollipop, a bro pop. Just goddamn mind blowing. It's like right now. I'm not even on a script. I'm not on a script. You know? I've been at this for a while. You know, 3/4 of my life. You silent motherfuckers don't impress me. Doesn't disprove anything. Doesn't change anything. Holy shit. When the fuck did you do anything? It was impressive. I don't know. They keep telling me that I did nothing. Okay. The stream's nothing. Well, that doesn't make sense at all. Because I'm literally doing something while I'm getting fucking drunk, which is goddamn amazing. Just like fucking OT the other day. Motherfucker wants to come in here and wave his goddamn degree in quantum fucking physics at me and break me over the head with his degree in quantum fucking physics. Ah! Right? Ah! Right? You motherfucker. I want to make you eat that fucking piece of paper. I want to make you choke on it. Ah! They think I'm a dum dum, a sucker, a lollipop. Do you think I'm one of the goddamn Oompa fucking Loopas? You must think I'm a fucking Oompa Loompa, right? Goddamn Oompa Loompas. Hello? Are you the fucking Oompa Loompas? A simple yes or no will suffice. Why beat around the bush? Let's get right to the goddamn point. Are you a fucking Oompa Loompa? Yes or no? How come you can't answer no goddamn questions? See what I mean? What's the point? What's the point? Words are spells, right? Wrong? Man, this is like years ago. Whoa. 10 years ago? Man. I must be fucking stupid. That boy's mentally impaired. Ain't right up there. Something's wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just don't know anything at all. I don't know anything about Dharma or karma. I don't comprehend your reactions as confessions to myself. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, idea. I'm not baiting for reactions at all. I'm not trying to trigger you. Most people can't think for themselves. It's actually factual. But when I talk, they don't believe me because I don't have a degree. It's a luxury. This didn't evolve over time. Little piece here, little piece there, here a piece, there a piece, everywhere a piece, piece. And this was 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Look what I was on to 3 years ago and no one said nothing. I didn't say anything. 3 years ago, today, tomorrow. Eh. You literally tell people the truth and they literally don't believe it. It's fucking hysterical. It's making me go bald. Losing my hair over this shit. You see any nudie pictures? See any human trafficking happening in here? Man, they say the darndest things. It's amazing. Must be crazy. Mentally impaired, you guys. I don't know what I'm talking about. Choo 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 choo. Smart people, where are you? I don't hear you. I don't see you. I don't recognize you. Where are you? Smart people, where are you? Smart people. See? There's no smart people anywhere. You know, us, there isn't any creative ones either. So there's no smart people and there's no creative people. So what are you left with? Obedient ones? And that's never good for anybody. Do, 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 do. What a crazy world, huh? Man, now, now, then. Does truth actually matter? I mean, it's just something that's universally consented on, and the lie is as easily consented upon as the truth. So, does truth actually even matter? The laws of the land are a result of consent. What are you consenting to? Right? You can't figure out why no one says anything. There's no goddamn reward. There's no prize. There's no cookie. Does truth even matter? Subjugative, subjective, subjugative. Subject to the one that's speaking it, the subject to the one writing it, the subject to the one listening to it. You're subject to my madness if you're sitting around listening. You're subject to it. English is very funny. There's no incentive to be good. There's no incentive to be moral. And it's the incentives that drive us. But there's no incentive for this stream. There's no incentive. My children are paying for your dinner. They are your dinner. Looking at an arcade machine for my game room. I think it would be really neat. I told people the other day, said for every dollar I invest in decorations, wall ornaments, I can get $10 in return because I invested in the store. So I think this will be a really cool investment in the game room. This arcade machine. They come in and there's this vintage Mortal Kombat arcade machine. I'm negotiating for it right now. They want $280 for it, and I have $200. But according to my calculations, by buying this machine, the people that come in and out of here are going to invest in my store approximately $2,000 because I invested in the store to prove that I ain't going anywhere, giving them confidence in my store. I have no intention of going anywhere. This shit's goddamn entertaining. Your reactions are entertaining. The last 3 hours, you haven't responded to a single thing a high school dropout has said to you. It's fucking amazing. And then you all act like you're intellectual superiors. Close quarters. Behind my back. Never to my face, though. It's amazing. My father's dead. My mother's a drunk hooker. Do you think she cares about anything I said? No. Uh, uh. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. It's my birthday. Isn't that amazing? I'm working on my birthday. Now I get for my labor is the sound of silence, like it's going to do anything. It doesn't do anything. Where's all those smart people? They don't say anything because there's no food, there's no trophy, there's no prize, there's no cookie, there's no accolade, there's no merit badge, nothing for the ego. Where are you? Smart people. Where the fuck are you? The moon? You went to the moon without me? No invitation? Smart people, where are you? I've been doing this for a quarter of a century. I don't hear any smart people anymore. That's amazing. I invite them, but they never say anything intelligent. It's amazing. 3 hours now. You want to compete? No one wants to compete. It's amazing.
I think there are a number of points that have not been generally considered. We think of Atlantis as an island, probably somewhere in the Atlantic, and probably about in the location of the present Azores Islands. But actually, Atlantis was a diffusion. If you buy a map now of the world as it is today, we can say that that is the modern distribution. But to have a map of Atlantis as it was in the time of its glory, you would have to have a map of the entire planet, because it was a distribution. Continents rose and fell, islands came up and went down, great land shifts occurred.
It was a distribution. Kind of like a centrifuge or a resource center, which is what my son is in, a resource center, because I'm criminally insane. Thanks to the good people.
And the Atlantic distribution of land was far more important and far more far-reaching than the mere problem of an island somewhere in the ocean. So we have to think of Atlantis in relationship to a complete pattern of the planet. As Plato clearly points out, the island of Poseidonis, which we now think of as Atlantis, was the last fragment of a great empire. It is the last surviving part and is supposed to have disappeared under the ocean about 12,000 years before the Trojan War, which would make it about 15,000 years ago. Now, in connection with the problem of Atlantis, I think the next thing we have to study is the name. Plato refers to the mysterious empire as Atlantis. He probably received this name, or secured it, from Solon, who in turn had received it from the priests of the Egyptian temple at Sais. Now, the word Atlantis, or its root, is not Egyptian, and it is not Greek. No one seems to be able to trace the origin of the name. It appears on two very important phases of ancient mythology, Atlantis and Atlas. And the root is ATL, Atal. Now, if we look to find a language in which that word or that root is permissible or was used, we find you'd have to come to the Western Hemisphere, because Atal was one of the month names of the Mayas. It also has more than just a name significance. Its glyph, or its symbol, is a deluge. This seems then to give us the real basis of our word, that we are dealing with a term that represents a world experience, that various countries were involved in it, that the circumstances were known around the entire planet, and that the name that has survived to us today is probably based upon the records on the Western Hemisphere. Now, if we take the general term to represent this mysterious region, we then can find from the Codex Troano, which is in the museum in Madrid, one of the surviving documents of the Mayas, that this particular deluge is marked in the glyphs of the people. The story is told in pictures, but among these pictures there is one in which the sky dragon or the sky serpent is pouring water from its mouth, and below this the god of death is dancing on the earth. Now, this was a long time ago, long before the coming of the Spaniards, but the records even go much further than that. According to the Chinese, the previous existence before our present coming to this earth was destroyed. The previous world was destroyed by water, a tremendous deluge. And in the I Ching, the 8 trigrams, basic trigrams, correspond to Noah and his wife, their 3 sons and their 3 wives, were the 8 who were saved. And this is exactly what the Chinese tell us. So the story goes around here and there and everywhere. It's a very interesting story, but what does it really mean? Is it merely an archaeological curiosity, or does it have some dynamic value for us today? I would like to think of Atlantis much as Lord Bacon did in his book, The New Atlantis, in which he says in very simple terms, the New Atlantis, which is America. Bacon was quite convinced that on the Western Hemisphere, a great empire would arise, an empire that would surpass the glory of the Atlantean story, and that this new world would not be destroyed. It would not turn against the gods. It would not misuse the energies of nature, and as a result would become a new world, a restoration of the Golden Age. Now, when we study this Atlantean problem a little more carefully, we realize there have been a number of speculations on this. Vice President Dawes made quite an extensive search for the Atlantean world. A number of good archaeologists and ethnologists have devoted time to it. And the general attitude is no longer to discard it as a fable, but to try to find out what its actual meaning could be.
They only silence you when you're right, you know? It's amazing. My children get to be put in a resource center because the people love me so much. What a privilege. I wonder if pedophiles and child rapists will have access to them. Isn't it amazing, their reactions? I mean, that's what the news is all about. Your emotional reactions to it. Three and a half hours in. No one's got anything to say that's going to change the situation my children are facing. They didn't do anything to change my mind. And I sat here for 3 hours and change. It's a lot of time. Most aren't going to sit still long enough to have a conversation with me in regards to anything. They don't have time for this shit.